Hello, everybody. I have tried several times to get this live stream going on, and I failed miserably two times. So I haven't done this in a long time, and I decided to go ahead and do that. It takes me time to edit, and I'm off for the summer, so I do have time to edit my videos. But I decided to just go for it and live stream. Um, so the topic that I wanted to talk today is paying off student loans. Raise your hand if you have student loans. I can't see any of y'all, so that's good. Uh, but I had student loans for over 20 years. 20 years. And yes, it took me a while. Actually have been an educator for over 20 years. So, yeah, so a big part of my educational career uh, has been paying off student loans. So, I've been paying off student loans for a very, very long time. But I have paid off my student loans for the past 5 years. So 5 years I've been paid off. Yay. But I'm going to go over why I did it and how I did it. I know there are many of you that would like to pay off your student loans because you have plenty of student loans. Um, I know that's the big issue right now. I mean, we're not hiding it under rocks. We know that that's the big issue about, people have trouble paying their student loans. I understand. I know. Um, there's a documentary. I have been reading this book. Again, I'm off for the summer. So I have been wanting to continue reading, keeping my brain functioning. I mean, I know my brain functions every day. I get it. But you know what I mean? Intellectually, I want to stimulate my brain. And so I've been reading this book, Dave Ramsey, The Money Answer Book. Now, I have listened to Dave Ramsey. I've listened to him for over 10, maybe 15 years, a very long time. But backstory, my husband and I were in debt big time, like big time, big time. Um, and Before I was married, um, I was already going to college. I was still living with my mother, and I was going to college. And I did get financial aid for the first 2 years. Um, and after that, I had to get student loans. Unfortunately, I was a single parent when I wasn't a single parent. Duh. My mom was a single parent. And I had to get student loans to pay it off. For some reason, I was only allowed 2 years of financial aid, and that's it. And so I had to pay it, and I'm fine with that. But it was a shocker because again, I was going to school full time, and I was working. I think it was full time or part time. Yeah, I was working to hurry up and get out of school, and so I had to get student loans in order to finish. I didn't want to do that, but I had no choice. But if I could go back, I would save up the money and pay it in cash. I know that now, but at that time I didn't know. And growing up, my mom took loans out. That's how we survive. We took loans out, and so I just that was a learned behavior. So that's it. And so um, well, it took me to what total 4 to 5 years. I think 4 to 5 years to my bachelor's degree, and then I ended up having over $20,000 dollars in student loans. Yes, I don't know how I did that. I have no idea. And you know what? I think it's because of the interest. I did not pay any interest because you are allowed the option to pay interest while it's accumulating, and I didn't do it. I because I didn't know, that I should. And yeah, I should have been doing that because I ended up with $20,000, and most of it, I'm sure, was interest. So I did end up getting my master's, but they had a master's program through the school district that I was teaching at, and they were able to pay 80% of my tuition, and I only paid 20%. So I think it came out to about $3,000. So I ended up paying that in cash, which I'm glad I did. So I did not have student loans for my master's program, only my bachelor's program. So that was good. Um, and so I was paying student loans for two, almost 20 years, and it was over $20,000. Um, and then my husband and I decided enough's enough. It's like we're never getting out. I was paying the minimum, and I never defaulted, but I forbeared it, meaning that you could take a time off. You can say, I want a year off so I can get situated, and then I'll start paying them again. I did that. I think I only did it one time or maybe two. I'm not exactly sure, but 20 years is a long time. I may have done it two times. And because if you're going through some financial hardship, they'll let you do that. Well, so I think that's probably why it was over $20,000. Yeah. So we just said enough's enough, and so I believe my minimum payment was $195. And when you pay that, you look at your statement and you're like, I hardly paid anything. It was mostly for interest. So we decided no, it that's just not going to work for us. So um, we end up paying like $500 a month for, I want to say, maybe 2 to 3 years. We paid $500 a month until I paid it off. Yes, I was so done. And I end up looking at the statement, and if I didn't pay it off, I would still be paying student loans because I was allowed to pay my student loans until the year, get this, 2035. 2035. I would still be, we're only in 2020, 2024. So that is crazy. I would still be paying off my student loans right now. So who knows how much it would be, or it would have been. That is crazy. I would be paying over 30 years. That is ridiculous. And that's how people get stuck. And going back to Dave Ramsey, like I said, I have been listening to his podcasts, and I saw him in a conference years ago, and that's what started us to like get debt free. But I finally read this book, this book. I finally read it, so I encourage you to read it. It's very good. He also has a documentary on student loans on YouTube, and I can't remember what it's called. I should have wrote it down. My bad. So it is crazy. You need to see it because it'll wake you up about student loans. There are doctors on that documentary, or in that documentary. There's a lot of college students in that documentary, and it is crazy. There's dentists and orthodontists, and they owe like 500,000 to $1 million of student loans. Look it up, his documentary, and you can listen to his podcast. It is crazy how many doctors, lawyers call in to get his help, and they owe $1 million of student loans. That is super easy. Yes, Gel R, the system is designed to keep us in debt. You're right. If you pay it towards the principal, yes, you're right. And some people don't do it. A lot of people default. A lot of people think the forgiveness loan program is going to help. I tried it. I applied, I think, two times, and I got denied. And I had some friends or colleagues that say, "Oh yeah, my student loan is wiped out, like 10, 15,000 wiped out." I don't know how that happened, but I'm like, okay. So, and anyway, I ended up paying. So just what we did, we followed his journey or his plan. We paid our debts, smallest to largest. And let me tell you, it was rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was so rough. I mean, we had times where we had our lights cut off. I had to go to the food bank to get food. Yeah, I mean, and I was a teacher. I was a professional, but it was rough. It was rough. We were young, the saying, young and dumb. It is true. for some people, because we just, we both were raised, you know, to take out loans. It's okay. Take out loans, pay back. Take out loans, pay back. Take out title loans, pay back. I mean, oh my goodness, the money that we spent doing that is crazy. And now that we're older, we understand what we're doing to ourselves and to our family. It is crazy. So going back, so yes, I ended up paying my student loan off. Uh, I had to pay $500 or more, $500 to $600, sometimes $1,000. If I had it, we would just put it and to pay off the student loan. And yes, we did, JLR. We did play. We paid off the principal. First we tried to, and put some extra payments in there. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, JR. I appreciate that. Uh, And so we were very aggressive in paying off our student loan or my student loan. So I am so glad that we were able to do that. And now I had not have any had any student loans for the past 5 years. I don't plan to go back. I do have my master's degree. I don't want to go back. Well, I don't think so. To go back to get my PhD. I had the opportunity, but I'm good right now. I'm good. But pay it off, guys. I mean, I know you're probably waiting for the government to do it. I'm sorry to tell you, it's our responsibility, because you're going to be waiting, like I was waiting for a long time to get that student forgiveness loan. It never came, so I just did to do it myself, and I'm glad that I did. We are so excited because it took us many years, but I just have my house and my land, and that's it. And I'm so glad. And I'm still fairly young. I'm still teaching. I still probably going to teach until I decide that I'm good. I don't need to anymore. But I'll probably get another job, because it's going to be boring. I am a homesteader, so I'll get to do some things at home. But we'll see. I'm just taking it year by year. But I have that option. I want that option to work if I want to, or do this job or do that job. A lot of people are stuck at their job and they are so angry, and you can tell they're the ones that come in uh, to work all tired and they're mean and they don't want to say hi, and you say hi and they're just grumpy. Yes, I know some people, like that, and it's because they don't have the option to be there or to pick another job. And I want that option to pick another job or do what I want when I want it, because I am debt free. So we are getting there. So uh, anyway, I know I can ramble on and on and on. But guys, please, it is possible. And I came from a low income family. My family wasn't affluent at all. Uh, there, I have a video where I interviewed my mother. My mother did not go to school. She did not graduate. I'm actually the first person in my mom and dad's side to graduate high school, and then I went to college. So I struggled a lot, but I am so glad that I did. And so that's why I'm so passionate about telling people about, getting educated. Yes, you don't have to go to a 4-year degree or get a 4-year degree. You can go to technical school. My children, uh, they are debt free because since it took me 20 years to pay off my student loan, I told them, nope, you are not getting student loans. You're going to figure out what you're going to want to do before you go to college. I know some parents are like, go to college, find out later on. It's okay. You can take how many years, as you want to finish. No, not in my family. No, we don't have time and money to be doing that. So, hey, son, figure out what you want to do, and then we'll go for it. And we paid half, they paid half. They had to work. No free rides here. They had to work to help pay off. And you know what? I think it's very rewarding for them, because, hey, they paid for their education. So they're not going to blow it. They're not going to be silly in college. They don't have time for that. They don't have time or money to be doing that. So I do. Both children went to technical schools. Well, they went to junior colleges and they got, one is a videographer, the other one is a diesel mechanic. So they had 2 or 3 year programs to do that, and they finished no debt whatsoever. So They paid it in cash. You can do it. I know some parents who are allowing their children to go to universities they cannot afford. Why are you doing that? And then you're complaining about that you don't have money to pay it off. Oh my goodness. It just it saddens me so much, guys. Just like you go to the car lot to go choose a car, you're not going to get a Mercedes because you probably, I mean, some people can afford it. I can't, and I don't want a Mercedes. It's all right. But why are you going to colleges that you can't afford? Colleges are colleges. I mean, I know if you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, maybe some colleges are the ones that people look for, or, doctors, hospitals look for. I get it. But I'm a teacher. Any college is fine. So it's okay. Even if you go to junior college for 2 years and then you transfer to university, I did that. You can do that. All right. You can do that. And there's so many scholarships out there. Oh my goodness. My children, I mean, that's what we did is we applied, and I made them apply. They didn't like it, but that was their homework. They're going to apply because, hey, there is free money out there. You just have to do your homework and apply for them. And there's colleges that still have money left because people are not applying. People are not writing essays. Yes, figure it out. Come on, guys. I know there's YouTube videos. There's grammar. There's all these grammar applications or Grammarly.com that you could do to help with essays. Do it. There's free money out there to help you so you don't have to get student loans. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Um, I'm probably going to do more live videos on finances, maybe some teaching techniques that you can do for your children because I am a professional teacher. Also, I would like to do some cooking. So just let me know what things that you want me to talk about because I can talk. You can't tell already. I can talk. And so I have some great ideas. So I'm off for the summer. So I got some time. So I know. All right. I'm a little peppy. Sorry. So, and I didn't even drink coffee. Not crazy. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, Jel R. Thank you so much. I hope to hear y'all soon. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback. Have a great day. Bye.